Yeah, the intro of all proverbial intros. That's what it is. Oh man, somebody tell me what day is it? What day is it today? Not the date, but the day of the week.
It's Wednesday.
It's jump off day.
And what time is it?
8 p.m. Central.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you already know what time it is. What's good, world? It's your man Jeff A. Smith, jumping off once again on Jump Off Live, and welcome to episode number 12. We plugging away, man. Episode number 12. As always, you can exactly. As always, you can tune in each and every Wednesday, like you're doing right now at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Jump Off Live YouTube channel. There you'll find our past episodes, original ads, and the Anything But interview series. Be sure to like and subscribe there, please. Shout out to all of our subscribers. We hit that 100 subscriber threshold a few weeks ago or a week or so ago. Now we're aiming for 200. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum flowing, fellas. You can also catch us on the Barn Burner Network and Zingo TV channel 250 by downloading those apps, which are available on the iOS and Google Play stores. Let me pause for a second here. It's a lot. If you're on the go, you can also listen to us on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Shout out to all the fans in the chat. And please be sure to keep your comments clean so we can post them on the screen. Yeah.
You dig.
I always have a lot of information to get out as part of that intro, but we always get through it somehow, some way. There will not be an after show tonight, or after party tonight. Potentially next week, but we got some other things we got going on after the show tonight. So this is all you're going to get for this week. is the main Jump Off Live show. With that being said, I'm joined here by the rest of Team Jump Off. First and foremost, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the dreadhead, that dude named Dave. What's popping?
I'm good, man. Just loving this white racism in this country, man. It is. It's so magnifique. How you doing with this racism going on today, man?
You're loving I don't know if I'm loving the white racism. It's good theater though. I'm laughing and kind of taking a step back.
Gotta love it, man. I mean, just 5 months ago, we were getting our asses whooped, and then now everybody getting their asses whooped. Oh boy. Good stuff. America.
Poetic justice, huh?
America, gotta love it.
No Janet.
Exactly. Right, no Janet. All right, next up we have JD. What's popping, JD?
Not much, man. Just happy to be here as usual. Man, yeah, it seems like, I like to let the people in on a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff. And we always try our best to not end up talking politics. But it seems like Wednesday is a day that things just keep happening.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be talking a little bit of politics today, but we hope to come at it from a different angle than what people might be expecting. It's not just gonna be a usual talk. So
yeah, we don't want to be a
shout out to everybody in the chat though. Much love.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, shout out to Charles in the chat. Come on, speech team.
Oh wow,
CB, aka Black.
C to the MFB.
I know. I'm trying to hold in the curses. Last but not least, we have Johnny Dangerous. What's popping, Johnny Dangerous?
What's up, everybody? I feel like Popeye the Sailor Man over here. Hey, man. What's up, everybody? Hey, real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of people. Young African-American entrepreneur out of Georgia. His name is Mason Wright. Mason Wright is 14 years old, and he has his own business. The youngest African-American person to start their own business in Georgia. So I want to give him a shout out. And then I also want to give a shout out to Miss Helena Duke, young teenager. We'll talk about her more a little bit later, but she's a young Caucasian teenager who attends BLM movements. And she called out her parents for attending that siege on the Capitol the other day. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to give her a shout out though, because she let the world know, hey, that was my mother and father that was out there doing that. So yeah.
Wow, standing up for what's right. The future is bright then when you hear folks like that.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. Okay.
Snitching on your parents though, huh?
Parental snitching.
When she got back to the crib though.
Right. She was never heard from since.
But here's the thing. They kicked her out for attending BLM.
Oh.
Right?
Oh,
protest.
young double
So,
standard, huh?
yeah. So she
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like, here go the get back. We'll talk about it though. I just want to
Yeah.
get them a shout out.
Okay.
Yeah. They bring balance to the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need balance,
We
especially
do.
in this day and age. Balance is key.
Absolutely.
All right. So y'all ready to dive right in?
I'm about to dive in it.
So first up, we have 2 impeachments.
Two.
What's going on there, dude? Let us know what the temperature's looking like out there.
Man, I guess every time we do a show on Wednesday, some just keeps popping and going on and on. So Wednesday, January 13th, will go down in infamy because our current president, number 45, Donald Trump, well, personally, I don't think he's not my president, but he is our president, was just impeached for the second time. And this is the first time in U.S. history that a president has been impeached twice. So there's so much to unpack here, but I'm just gonna go down a list of things that I took down for us to talk about here in the show here. So the last impeachment that he was involved in was totally split. We had one side totally all Democratic, and then on the other side just GOP supporting the president. But this time around, we actually had 10 members of the GOP who actually supported impeachment. They talk about there was more, but the problem that we have here is Frankenstein reared his ugly head because many members of the GOP are scared to vote against Trump because they're fearing for their family, their self safety, and lives. So one thing we're not gonna see is the Senate trial for him to be impeached right away. That is not happening here. So it's gonna happen after Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have the inauguration next Wednesday. Hopefully, we won't have anything going on next Wednesday when we do our show, but who knows? At this time right now, because of Trump and what he has done, there's over 20,000 troops in DC right now, scattered around tennis courts, golf courses, parks, corners of the streets, whatever the case may be. It looks like a third world country because they are prepared now, but are scared for what's going to happen between now and next Wednesday inauguration because the FBI reports stating that there's been organized armed threats of protests in every single state leading up to the inauguration. I'm sorry. So also that I wanted to bring up here is that Trump was speaking at a rally on Tuesday and he did not sound anything like he was sorry for what happened at the Capitol last week. If anything, he said that the 25th Amendment didn't mean anything to him because that was on the books initially before being impeached for the second time. And also, he went on and on about how people listened to what he said in his speech and that he did not say anything wrong, which we know is ridiculous and crazy. So we saw the House, we saw many members give their 30 seconds of time for the impeachment and against the impeachment. And like I said, we're in this historic day now, so we'll probably see the Senate trial in about 100 days. But let's open it up to you guys here, and I want to get you guys feeling on this impeachment here. But one thing I wanted to say, let me add one more thing here. Before everything hit the fan last week, President Trump called Mike Pence what rhymes with Duce. And so that made Mike Pence switch away from what he's been doing, his normal stance from the president. And with all this is going on here, I mentioned this to you guys in the chat that we are living in a civil war and people don't want to own up to it. We have an outgoing president who does not want to leave office and use his militia to storm the Capitol to take out the number 2 and number 3 along with other members of Congress. We have people in the streets who don't believe we have a fair election. We have people in the streets who do not believe truth. We have a sitting president who's the strongest man in the world who literally is telling lie after lie after lie for this impeachment. So, fellas, what are your thoughts on how you feel about today right now in this historic day?
I have nothing to say. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
It's none of it, unfortunately, is shocking. None of it at this point. I think over the last 5 years, we've come to expect the unexpected. And at a certain point, you just have to accept it for what it is. Yeah, he's been impeached. I think that there's really not a whole lot of justification for doing so. It's sort of like, you get off work, like every day I get off of work at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. It's like if somebody came up to me at 7:59 and was like, yo, I think I'm gonna send you home right now. and I'd just be like, okay. I mean, that I don't I don't understand that. But a lot of times people say on the other end, you know, better late than never. And I think the only positive, well, one of the only positives that can come from it is that, you know, his legacy will forever be tarnished. And that distinction of being the only person to ever, or the only president to be impeached by the House twice, is something that will stick with him. Whether he cares about it, I don't know. How long it'll stick as far as, you know, him doing things after he leaves office, I don't know. I don't know if it'll matter that much. But I think more so than anything that Trump cares about his name and his legacy. And that's the meaning that I get out of this impeachment, is that his legacy is tarnished. And if your legacy is tarnished, you know, what do you really have? Once he's dead and gone, you know, he might leave behind money. He might leave behind, you know, he's going to leave behind his fame, but that tarnish is still going to be there for sure. And that tarnish is going to last forever. So that's the only solace I sort of take in it at this point in time.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that sentiment. Because I mean, you know, it's so funny. There's been a lot of people, us included on this show, who've paid attention and known the divisiveness. I'll just leave it at that. The divisiveness that Trump has caused over the last 4+ years, and it's like, and you know, there's people who've been in the camp of denying it or ignoring it. Others on the camp of saying that it's been very prevalent, and it's like all coming to a head. And the truth, the ugly truth is finally rearing itself, and that's the most important thing that I think is happening out of this, is that the truth is out there now. People can't. I mean, I'm sure there's people who still support Trump and everything like that, and obviously you have the right to. But the truth of what one person's agenda and what one person's actions and what one person's words has incited or caused in this country is on full display. So, like you said, JD, I mean, it's going to always forever be a tarnish on his legacy and his family's legacy too. So, you know, I know he has children, and all of them have, you know, some have future ambitions for being in politics and stuff like that. But I think this puts a lot of that stuff to a halt. Of course, never say never. We can't say, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20 years from now, Trump is going to be, you know, back in the good graces of the public. But I think the legacy, at least for the foreseeable future, is going to be, you know, super tarnished for him and his family. And it was all his doing in doing so. So he definitely did, from his, if I was, you know, looking at it just from his perspective, he did way more harm than good for his own family throughout this whole process. You know, I know that wasn't his intent, but what goes around comes around, man. That's all I got to say.
Facts. All of those are facts, man. But you know, we got to think about who we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We're talking about Donald J. Trump. He's a master at spinning things. Remember, he's a master at finessing. So I can see Trump, you know, some years from now, not even years, you know, it could be the day after he's out of office. I can see him at the golf course, basically bragging about him making history of being the first and only president to get impeached twice. He'd do something like, hey guys, did you know that I'm the only president? This is Bigley. I'm the only president to ever get impeached. Not once, but twice. Yep, that's me. He'd brag about that. You know what I'm saying? He'd look at it as America turned their back on him because he was willing to go against the grain and lead this country into making it great again, but yet America wasn't ready for him. You know what I'm saying? He'd spin it like that. That's how narcotic cystic he is, you know.
Narcotic cystic. I like that.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He just his own. Well, the thing I do admire about him, he's so headstrong that he believes anything that comes out of his own mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But we all know that can be very destructive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's been destructive over these last 4 years. He's done a few good things. Not going to take away from that. But man, he really has made history by being unorthodox. He's been an unorthodox president. The positivity behind that is that by him being so open and being so blunt, saying whatever he felt, doing whatever the hell he's done, thinking that there's no repercussions behind his actions because he's the number one person in the world. I'm number one in the world. I run this. You just live here, that type of mentality. I hope in that mentality that he has inspired leaders of our nation and future leaders of our nation, inspired them to truly believe in themselves the way Trump does, but yet be realistic about who you are and what you're doing, and take accountability and responsibility of your position of authority, and do what's right, not just for yourself, but for the people. If you can take his confidence as a leader and a future leader and apply that to yourself, realize that you can do whatever you want. You can accomplish whatever you want in this life. I hope that positive message comes out of Trump in the last 4 years that he's been president, that you can do whatever that you set your mind to, because he truly has done a whole lot that was in his mind. He spoke it, believed it, and then got the masses, the sheep, to follow him to do it. It is now at the end, like you said, JD, at the end of his presidency, the last minute of his presidency, that those who supported him all the way through now are turning their backs on him. And look, check it out. Once he's out of office, it's going to be a whole lot of snitching. It's going to be a whole lot of snitching. Everybody's going to tell on what Trump did or what he said. It's going to be a lot of books that come out. It's going to be crazy. Watch, mark my words. So,
it's going to get real bad once that happens.
And also, I wanted to add too, Trump, what he said at the rally yesterday. I don't know if you guys, even noticed what he said when he was he went to the border trying to claim wins with, there's no wall up right now. People still think there's a wall going up. People just falling for the finesse in these lies right now. But for him to have this impeachment right now, people say, like you mentioned, JD, what's the point? Like, it's just happening right around the corner. The inauguration is next Wednesday. We saw what could have happened if these people were actually freaking smart last Wednesday. We can tell it was an inside job. We're seeing police officers letting people in the Capitol. We saw lax in security. We're saw major higher up ranking officers saying that they made repeated calls for backup and couldn't get it. It's just the fact that the people who were organizing were just freaking dumb as hell. We would literally could be living in a different America this Wednesday if we actually had smart people doing an insurrection.
you know what, Dave? I don't. Well, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Were you finished?
I can go ahead.
Okay. No, the only thing I was going to say is that, you bring up a brilliant point, man. And what people don't necessarily realize, and what, Democrats need to realize, is that A, they need to step their game up. B, on top of that, Trump was able to lay out the groundwork to win any and every election going forward. The problem is that Trump attacks problems with a baseball bat. What they need is someone to attack the problems with a scalpel, and they can be surgical with it. So what's going to happen is, and mark my words, 4 years from now, they're going to have somebody who's just as radical as Trump, but is going to come with that real smooth taste. And they're going to get everybody. He's going to fool everybody. And he's going to be the same person doing the same crap, but he's going to come at it in a way that's much more palatable to the masses. And that is a instant win for them. Instant.
So you said Ronald Reagan is running in 4 years.
I think it'll be
one. I'm just going backwards, Jeff. You gotta look at. So we need the T2. We need the liquid swords.
Right. I think we're
he's gonna be younger. The new dude's gonna be younger.
Right. I'm just joking.
But he's gonna be more relatable. But I feel you, Jeff.
Yep. With the same ideals, the same values, the same ability to be cutthroat, but is going to do it in a way that people won't even recognize it. And then that's going to fool people on the other side of the aisle too into supporting them. And that's where your problem is going to be. Like the groundwork has been laid. You see that there are people that are just waiting, can't wait to jump on the bandwagon. So what you're going to have is all those bandwagoners still there. But then on top of that, you're going to get the people who were closer to the middle that are going to be willing to side with this person because dang, at least he ain't as bad as Trump.
And the reason why I said, you know, I didn't mean specifically Reagan, but going back to older politicians who did hold those same ideals that Trump did, but they would have that stuff behind closed doors, and you wouldn't really, because they would never say anything publicly. That's what I mean. So are you saying, is it going to be old school Republican or old school racist, where they're underneath the veil and you don't know who's who?
No, I think they'll be able to be. You'll be able to discern them. Like the people who go out and do research will be able to understand what's going on.
Okay.
But the people who don't do the research are going to fall for the okie doke.
Gotcha.
And they're gonna think that it's Kool-Aid in a jar when really it's not.
Okay.
Really it's some 100% malt liquor with some Kool-Aid flavoring on top of it.
Gotcha.
And they're gonna fall for it. They're gonna
Yeah.
100% fall for it. And this next election is gonna be lost because of that. The only hope that quote unquote Democrats have is to bring someone up along the ranks who is just as radical, but on the other end, and is willing to.
That was Bernie Sanders.
I mean, but yeah, but okay, Bernie Sanders, the things that he was saying, some of it was legit, but you have to look at the package too.
Yeah,
that package wasn't as palatable as it could have been.
Right.
So if you take somebody like AOC,
oh yeah,
saying the things that she's saying, which is, I mean, she's right up my alley, man.
Fire.
But someone like her is bringing the heat, and that's speaking to people of my generation and younger. So that's what the aim has to be for for politicians going forward. Is a lot of these older people are going off the scene, and you have to start catering to what the country is now, not what it was 10 years ago. Hey, so I think it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Let me cut on you that, JD.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up real soon because
you're right. You're right. Also, let me add too, though, that this is not ending next Wednesday.
So,
like I said, when we talk about AOC, like the younger generation, it's not ending next Wednesday. It's not ending next month. We literally have over 100 million people that is still going to believe what they can believe.
Right.
So it doesn't matter who the Democrats going to run, who's going to put out there. The cloths are off now. They don't wear the veils anymore. They out in the open. They free, baby. They out here. So it doesn't matter who the Democrats are running. There is a subsection of this country that never changed from the Civil War. We are living in that. They have showed their evil head last Wednesday, and that is not going to be the first. It's the first, but not the last. So we can mention AOC, and I know you got to wrap it up, but there is a whole set of radical people. I shouldn't say radical. That's their America. And we're going to be here, say 2022, 2024. This is just going to keep going.
Yeah, so those people.
So AOC, I love her. She she has great ideas, but we have this entire country in the South and people who believe Trump and people in Middle America who believe this election was stolen, and they think that it's their right to take over. They're losing, so it's still going to keep going.
The people that wear hoods on the outside don't scare me. It's the ones that keep them underneath their clothes that do.
Come on now. Hey, I believe, and I'm just gonna say this real quick. The next president that you talking about, JD, the next Republican candidate, it's gonna be about that presidential pimping. He gonna come real slick and smooth with it. Hey, baby, hey y'all. I'm about to give you the world, America. Have you ever had a piece of the world? Well, I'm gonna hand it to you, baby, and you ain't gonna need no fork to eat it. I'm just gonna feed it to you. That's how it's gonna be. And like you said, everybody gonna eat it up. Not everybody, but
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah. Well, more will be revealed. So stay tuned, America. Stay tuned, world, because this soap opera is not ending anytime soon.
Can you dig it, baby? Can you dig it?
Season 2 starts next Wednesday.
Exactly. All right, what you got for us, JD?
How much time I got? First off, do you know?
If we can do this in 10 minutes. You think we can do this in 10 minutes?
Yeah. I was just trying to make sure we can have like 2 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, we can do this in 10.
But I have a article that was written on CNN.com, but it deals with a Vogue magazine cover and Kamala Harris being on that cover. So I'm just going to read a little bit of what I have, an excerpt from it. It says Kamala Harris' forthcoming appearance in American Vogue magazine has sparked criticism for appearing casual and quote unquote washed out, with the vice president elect's team blindsided by the magazine's choice of cover. The hotly debated image, which shows Harris in a black jacket and Converse sneakers, was not the one she had expected to run on front of the print edition. A source familiar with discussion said Harris's team believed the cover would feature her posing in a light blue suit against a gold background. An apparently leaked copy of the publication's February issue cover, shot in front of a pink and green background, began circulating online Sunday. The photo instantly attracted ire on social media for appearing poorly lit and styled, while others suggested it was disrespectful to the vice president elect. I posted the picture in the chat, and the article in the chat. And I just want to know, before I share my opinion on it, do you guys feel as though there was anything wrong with it? Do you feel that she didn't look vice presidential enough?
I have a few questions because I wasn't as close to this story as you may have been. So they shot a variety of pictures for the potential pictures for
multiple
the cover.
pictures.
Okay, so they did the whole presidential, vice presidential looking professional ones. They did some ones where she got the Converse kicks on.
Yep, they did one where she had on like a powder blue suit,
right,
with a gold background. Okay. She looked super vice presidential in that one. And then they did one that was more casual.
Did you know she had the fake Timbs, JD?
What?
Do you know she had the fake Timbs?
Yeah, you informed me about the fake Timbs. I give her credit for even rocking the fake ones, because I don't know too many VPs that even threw something that looked like Timbs on their feet. But go ahead, Jeff.
I honestly didn't see. I mean, I think that even going back to when Obama wore the brown suit and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, he's wearing a brown suit. What is?" You know what I'm
stealing my thunder.
Like, come on, man. I mean, Kamala is Kamala. I don't think that I know some people say the clothes make the man and clothes make the woman. Where we're at right now, because Trump stays suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? But where we at right now, I don't think that needs to be the cause of anyone's ire, or I think I look at that as just a distraction. That's not really worth delving in and saying, oh my goodness, why was she casting this light versus that light? She's VP. Let's get to business, man. Let's take care of this business. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the whole the big deal with it. Word. The pink and green thing, shout out to the AKAs. I know they probably love that. You know what I'm saying? That repping the AKAs and all that good stuff. So I mean, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
You do 12 on your feet.
Right, as the old folks say. That's all I got to say about that one.
Facts, man. Facts. Facts. Look, man, we no longer live in a traditional America. We don't live in a traditional America anymore. The last 4 years have been totally untraditional. So for anybody to trip on how Kamala Harris dressed, wearing her Chuck Taylors, man, you are focused on the wrong thing. It's so much more, like you said, Jeff. It's so much more for us to focus on. Besides, she didn't get up there with no Victoria's Secrets on, right? She didn't get up there in a bathing suit, 2-piece, right? Even though some people might like that,
right? Shout out to Melania.
Shout out, right?
Like, Melania.
This is 2021, man. There is nothing traditional anymore about America other than negativity of people's mentalities, so like you said, man, it's just a distraction, and man, just get off of it. Wear what you want to wear. If she was up there with a t-shirt on and dookie braids in her hair with a 36-inch chain on her neck, who cares, man? As long as she get in there in office and do her damn job, that's all I care about. Do your job. Liberate the people. Represent for the women of America. That's it.
That's
I'm gonna take a different route, fellas.
Okay.
I had to talk to a few different people here. See, I knew you guys would take this route here, so there might be a little bit of a education from us being males. You see, the issue with the cover is that Black women was noticing that Kamala wasn't suited and booted properly. I hear everybody was saying, though, we look at Michelle Obama's Vogue covers. Vogue don't play. Vogue is the stilettos that women bring out when they ready to show stop. The other magazine covers are the Converse, the Chuck Taylors, you know. So when a black woman has an opportunity, powerful woman, and she don't got her best fit on the cover, that's what these black women are mad about, fellas. I had to take a step back when I heard some of these black women saying, nah, look at Michelle's covers, look at all the B-rolls. She didn't have a bad B-roll, you know, so they put the C standard that should be going in the article, like on page like 5, they put that one on the cover. They didn't give her number one seller, her number one knockout one that would be like, yo, this is the first black woman that's vice president, the first woman, you know, who could be running the country, and she got an okey doke looking picture.
Hey, that dude,
yeah.
that makes an absolute sense. I agree with you. However,
yeah,
Miss Michelle Obama had to dress like that because she's the first black president's wife. She had to represent, she had to come off with her A game and looking incredible all the time because all eyes were on her. All eyes were on her. Man, Kamala Harris, hold on. Kamala Harris is the VP now. She made it to that spot. She wore them heels all the way up into that position. Man, be yourself. You see that now? Who's gonna take that away from her? Who's gonna take that away from her? You know, I understand Vogue is top of the line and everything, but like I said, we don't live in a traditional America anymore. There ain't nothing traditional about this thing no more. So man, you might, once you make it there, man, be yourself. Throw your feet up.
No. She's being herself. She's being herself. It's just the fact that, and I want to comment with Brandy. Her Kempson, that wasn't her best pictures. That's the point. They shot a whole bunch of pictures and they didn't put the best ones up there. And as black people, we're not giving what other people, other nationalities are giving that first right. You know what I'm saying? We're not giving our best. And so that's the argument. We took a whole bunch of shots here because this is history here. And y'all put this one here. It's a good shot, but this is a page 5 shot. This is not a cover shot. So you're looking at a standard that other white women have had, you know, these shots that they liked, and then they didn't get the last approval for it. So it's one of those things where that we're kind of getting the second hand. Now I can understand like where people are saying like, well, I hear your points. Everybody's right. It's the fact that Vogue has a high standard and they're feeling that their standard wasn't set for them.
Black people don't give Vogue so much power.
So that's the words that I got from the women who were upset about that.
Black people don't give Vogue.
I'm a man, so I'm not gonna say that I'm right on that. So if women say that, and especially her camper saying that this was not the best shots, and they kind of left this dang a little bit, hey, I'm just gonna fall back on that one.
Understandable.
And then
black people don't give Vogue so much power.
Right. And if I can speak to Vice President Elect Kamala Harris, Miss Harris, if you and your camp have a problem with that picture, A, you should have decided not to take the picture at all. B, you should not be ashamed of the photo one bit, because that's you. Obviously, we've seen that's the you that you'd like to be. So if that is the you that you'd like to be, flaunt it, show it. There's power in that too. I don't think you have to fit a mold. We just had a president who was grabbing women by the genitals. We just had a president whose wife posed completely nude. And people got outraged for some chucks.
Come on, man.
For some chucks? Like seriously? That's where we at right now, on some chucks. If that's who she is, I want her to be that. And if she has fake Tims, I want her to rock them and to rock them proud. Because that's what it is. And I think the standard that people continually try to live up to is set by people who don't want you to reach that standard, who constantly want you to doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Be confident and bold and positive in who you are above all else. And speak your truth, know your truth, live your truth.
Facts.
And when the book is finally written on Kamala Harris's life, what page is the Vogue cover going to be on? What chapter is that going to be in?
It'll be up there. It'll be high. Trust me on
that.
We're still talking about Barack Obama's tan suit.
Yeah, I wouldn't say high.
I'm not saying it's first page, but it's gonna be in there because it's the first things that we're saying here.
Yeah, maybe a footnote.
I say about page 3.
Page 3. Oh hell no.
Yeah, page 3. It's the first thing that they're gonna when it comes to the when they talk about her coming in the office, and they're like, yo, before it happened, that Vogue cover.
Yeah, let's stop.
Because it's Vogue. We're minimizing how big Vogue is.
I understand, but
that's what I'm saying though. We may look at Vogue and like, but there's the whole world that looks at Vogue. That's why I'm saying that's high up. We are minimizing how
PR is important. PR is important.
But why isn't that the picture that people want to see? Why do people not want to accept that? Like I see that and I'm like, dang, I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that she's trying to be that person. I love that she's showing who she really is. JD, I just hate that there's this standard that people want us to live up to.
You ain't her though. You ain't her. She may had a picture that said, "This is the one."
Has she spoken out saying that she's upset?
The camp said that they were.
Her camp said that they didn't like it.
Disappointed at what they were saying, but the point is that you're right, JD. All the pictures say she liked, but there's that one shot that we like, and she didn't get that one. So I'm gonna play that card there. If you,
she should have said something then.
They did. Said something. They picked it, but Vogue's gonna be Vogue.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that. I like that conversation.
Yeah,
we got a little heat. I like that.
Yeah, and a lot of women. What do y'all think, man? Speak in the chat.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of women on this one, and I felt my mansplaining kicking in. So that's why I was like, hey, I'm just gonna listen to y'all. So what I'm saying is what women told me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I like what Chad said. Chad in the chat said, if everybody worried about dressing,
I put it back up.
Eat a salad.
That's big facts. Ranch, vinaigrette, you know what I'm saying? Blue cheese, whatever your flavor is, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Creamy garlic.
Exactly.
Eat a salad.
All right. Is it time for a commercial break, I believe? You got to queued up that dude.
I guess we can play it now.
Johnny Dangerous. Any words, Johnny Dangerous, before we get to this, man?
Yeah, man. All right. So, folks, here at the Jump Off Live, we'd like to give people an opportunity. An opportunity is specifically small business owners to present their companies, present themselves, and get a chance to shine here on the Jump Off Live platform. So don't judge, folks. But there's some great products and great opportunities out there. So, folks, view this this next take here, take it in, and support the community. Because here at Jump Off Live, we give people chances. And so here comes a chance for somebody. JD, I don't know if you have something to say.
No, you said enough.
All right, here we go. That dude.
Hello, everyone. It's your boo, Benji, and I'm here to talk to you about my booming business, Body Aphrodisiacs. What most people, like yourself, don't know is that the body has the ability to stimulate the body. And that's where I come in. I teach uneducated people like you about exploring the mysteriousness of the body without going through that big Victoria and all her damn secrets, okay? What you didn't know is what I'm about to tell you. The body stimulates the body. I'm going to say it again. Your own body stimulates your own body. I said that. You don't need a food or a drug or liquor to stimulate the body erotically or biologically. Benji teaches people how to tap into their own body, which will give you the strength to tap into others. I'm what Caesar Milan is to dogs, but for the body, I'm the body whisperer. I can aphrodisiac men's, women's, mimes, or anything that rhymes. Bars. Once I made the decision to put the word aphrodisiac into my hands and then speak it out of my mouth, it transformed into a vivacious bird, thus beginning the birth of my booming business, Body Aphrodisiacs by Benji, also known as BAB. I don't want to spill all the beans during this promo. So in order to learn these powerful body secrets, you must be at least 21, and you're going to have to rock with me on any and all social media platforms at Bad Body Benji Big. My credentials are all in check, and I'm self-certified on so many levels. There are no higher accolades than the ones you can give yourself. So don't let anyone disqualify you. especially about exercising the power you have over your own body. And like my boo, Master Do You says, I can teach you, but I have to charge. Period. You're welcome. Jump off.
Thank you very much, Benji, for hitting us up and providing us with that wonderful material, the voiceover and everything for the ad. I'm glad that I was able to help put it together and to help promote small businesses like yourself that are, really have the potential to move to the next level. That's what the Jump Off is for. That is what we do, and we cash all checks.
You cash them all. Yep. That's what it's all about, man. Each one teach one. Giving folks a chance. Helping your fellow man.
Or woman.
Or woman. Or whatever. We give folks opportunities here on the Jump Off Live. So, folks, if you want a partnership with the Jump Off Live, if you have a product or some type of business that you want to advertise, whether you're a big household name like Nike, Amazon, Google, or if you're somebody like Body Aphrodisiacs by Benji,
AKA Bab.
Bab, B-A-B-B. Don't forget it. Say it again. Bab, B-A-B-B. We give those opportunities here on Jump Off Live. Make sure you reach out to us. Contact us. We'll give you a platform, folks, to advertise your business. Mm-hmm.
I see Tito in the chat was asking if Benji has a LLC. There isn't an LLC, but there is a Twitter, and I don't know, it might have flashed too quick, but it was Bad Body Benji B, and that's B-I with with 3 H's.
Hey, fellas.
3 H's, man.
Hey. That commercial was terrible.
What? What are you talking about, man?
It was topical. It was ego-driven. It was everything that we should strive to not be. Bleh.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
That was terrible.
So you saying you don't like Benji?
The check cleared, Jeff.
I don't want no parts of that, man. I don't want no parts of that check.
Turning down money.
That was terrible, man.
So, man, I see a trend, Jeff.
Yeah, I see a trend too. I see a trend too. I see some trends too, brother. I see some trends too. This is a conflict show.
No, it's not. You the only one creating conflict. Look,
hold on,
quarantine Corey, and then you got a problem with Benji. Okay,
Charles.
That's two different people that you have problems with that are promoting their small businesses. I got a problem with that.
It seems to me that you respect people who have businesses as long as they got the business. It doesn't really matter what the business is in the business of doing. As long as they're a person of color, we have that trend going, and they have a business. You can't empower and uplift every single person just because they have that entrepreneurial spirit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they use that entrepreneurial spirit to further exploit their own people. And I believe that's what Body Benji Bear is doing.
No, man, we're giving reparations in small doses. Okay, somebody like Benji, somebody like Quarantine Corey, we're giving back to them. We're giving people of color an opportunity to express themselves, to make a little bit of money in the process of expressing themselves. Okay?
Yeah, I just got hit up by a young man today by the name of but I can't even say it. By the name of Heimlich Morbius. I'm sorry. And he has a business that he reviews movies. So you can expect a ad that I'm working with him on coming up in the next week or two.
His brother's name is Heimlich.
Heimlich Morbius.
Okay.
Yes.
As in the maneuver?
Yes.
Okay.
He was named after the maneuver.
Okay.
His last name Morbus In Latin, Lil, you probably know what this means. Morbus means disease.
We lost JD.
His camera.
Yeah, that look like the Blair Witch Project. Is he dead?
Somebody called her Quaddy B. There's so much. Why do we see your laundry, brother? Is that a basket? What is that? Is that
it's my laundry, man.
There's comforters in there. What is?
You get a little behind the scenes of JD's how JD living right now.
Hey man, you just lost it, brother. Just went off the rails.
He got gifts over there. Gifts, donations.
Hope they clean, JD.
Yeah, they are. That's why they in the basket, man.
Are you gonna fix the camera or?
Yeah, in a second.
Oh, okay.
Getting itself together, man.
All right. But for the record, that commercial was terrible.
Jeff, why you hating, man?
You're terrible, Jeff.
It's awful.
It's a small business doing the best they can. You over there hating, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Tell him that, dude. Look,
Man.
Tara in the chat said it was great. She'd love to see the promotion again.
Hey, someone in the chat, I think it was Chris, said it's better than whiskey wine. That's what
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, want me to put that back for you, John? I thought that was fighting words for you.
All right.
Well, I mean, we help all these different people out, man. So
Yeah.
I imagine that Benji had a jug or two of that good wolf wine before shooting that promo.
Probably.
So
That's
am I
why
coming?
made him make that video?
So am I coming across as being a bit elitist in my interpretation and my evaluation of that
Hold
commercial?
on, you talking to me? I can't hear you right now. I gotta put my headphones in.
Oh goodness, this dude.
Lord. Jeff, you're kind of sounding kind of far left elitist over there.
Far left.
Jeff, I think you need to circumcise your thoughts, man.
Oh, my
Circumcise his thoughts. Wow. Yeah, it needs to be clipped up a little bit, huh?
all right, man. I that commercial was so bad. I'm gonna hold the story that I was gonna cover tonight to next week because we don't have time, and I want to expound upon the story that I had, which was gonna really touch at the heart, pull at the heartstrings of our audience. So I'm gonna save that because, man, where's Master Do? I never thought I would say this, but where's Master Do you when you need him?
I mean, obviously, I was gonna say, obviously, Benji is a do you disciple, so, and that's not a gang. That's not a gang.
It's not a game.
Not a game. Huh?
They are a movement.
I think, and I'll come up with this. We need to ask these sponsors just some basic questions before we consider them, man. Just basic, like
what?
just basic questions, man. Like write a complete sentence using punctuation.
You saw
know what I'm
it said
saying?
period. Did you see period in there?
You know what I'm saying? Like what, do you know your timetables up to 7? Just basic stuff, because I feel like these people
That's kind of high up there. You asking a lot.
I feel like these people are not. We're not. You know what? We're not vetting these potential suitors to the extent that we should be. So, but who am I, right? I'm only a quarter of the team. So,
Hey, thank you, Chris Rice, for representing.
Yeah. Acronym for what?
I'm gonna put that back up there again, so y'all can see that. Jeff, yeah, there we go.
Quaddy B.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is it just me, or did that look like Wendy Williams?
That's just you.
That's you.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's just me.
That ain't Wendy. She ain't look nothing like Wendy, man.
Benji didn't look nothing like Wendy Williams.
Nah, man, you gotta.
All right.
You
All
got
right,
your
well-
contacts in, bro?
What'd you say?
Got your contacts in?
I don't have my glasses on, and I don't have contacts in, so maybe it's just me.
So yeah, you need to get your thoughts together before you start speaking or something.
I think you need to respect the process, Jeff. You ain't respecting what we're trying to do over here.
Okay.
This is part of it here, and then you ain't appreciating the work.
So we're building our show
John-
from the ground
that
up. we
John
have
and
to take
JD are
these-
trying to do here.
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
magic over here.
A lot of
Okay.
disrespect.
All right.
Look out from that for that Heimlich Morbus ad coming soon.
Coming soon, folks. Heimlich Morbus. Bus.
Hey, we got to move on to fun right now, since we're going to be wrapping up the show another 5 to 7 minutes or so. So, Dave, you got something for us for effed up news for the week, don't you?
Normally we have a correspondent, but I'm going to do this here. We have some Hollywood news here regarding Nick Cannon for our fun segment here. So Jessica White is Nick Cannon's ex, and she was speaking on how she found out that Nick Cannon was having a baby with his ex after she had a miscarriage with his current baby, and while she was still living with him at the same time. And to add, she still lived with him for a few more months until actually she finally broke up and left him. So I wanted to bring this to situation up to you guys, like, man, how do you tell your woman that you're having a baby with your ex after she got stuff going on over here? So I think that's the epitome of fun news here this week.
How do you tell her? Cautiously.
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Actually, Nick didn't tell her. He let the blogs tell her. Is that the right thing to do?
I mean, if you don't care about her.
Wow.
They live together, so there's some care there.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that there's a better way to go about doing it, but obviously he doesn't really care that much if you're gonna go be that reckless and disrespectful. Yeah, obviously it shows his level of consideration for her if he was willing to just let it go until the tabloids got it. Either that or he got he thought that it wasn't gonna get out, but obviously it did.
So and you said that kind of quick, Dave. So I'm trying to get the kind of the timeline here. So he was with this woman. She got pregnant. She had a miscarriage. At the same time that was occurring, he had another woman on the side who he got pregnant.
No. Let me backtrack here. Him and Jessica White were living together. She was pregnant. Like I said, she had a miscarriage. At the same time, she had a miscarriage. Nick Cannon's ex, who he has one baby with already, he has two with Mariah Carey, and I forgot to pull up her name here. His other ex with his other child, he got her pregnant again. So he knocked up his ex while his current girlfriend lived with him had a miscarriage.
Wow.
I hate Nick Cannon.
Damn.
Yeah. Back and forth here.
Straight up.
That is yeesh.
Yeah. And like I said, she still lived with him for a few more months after that too. Like, and then on top of that too, the ex that has his now second baby with that one there, they knew, and Jessica didn't even know either. So the other ex knew about the miscarriage, pregnant, everything, and Jessica was all in the dark.
Nick Cannon ain't been nothing since Drumline.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Straight up.
So the girlfriend that had the miscarriage, you said after she found out this information, she stayed with him.
Mm-hmm. Supermodel Jessica White.
Are they still together now?
No, they broke up now.
They broke up now, and he's back with the ex.
He had his second baby with her, so he's got 4 kids total. And I don't know if they're together, but you know how Nick goes. His resume of women is down the line, so he probably
he's definitely on that quote unquote sniper list, as people would say.
He's on
it's messy, man. I mean, that stuff like that, I know that stuff happens every day. We're not going to sugarcoat that. That happens, all the time. But that doesn't justify it, obviously. And like that, like especially at the level that he's at, the level of celebrity that he's at, when it's going to be way more eyes on that specific scenario and that chain of events. Like, you can't have a situation where she finds that out online. Like he did what he did, which was bad, but you can't have a situation where it comes to light to her online. Like that's nailing the coffin right there. That aspect of it, like that's wow.
Yeah, question his character as a man.
It's messed up. It's a totally jacked up situation, man. It's not something. It's not. It's undesirable, from every angle. However, one of the people in the chat said, "Man, if you got that bag, man, I see a pattern here.
Yeah,
if you got that bag, a lot of people that got that bag feel, especially if who they're dealing with is not on that same bag level.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these cats feel like they can do whatever the hell they want to, and they do it.
Yeah,
they do it, man. But that's wow. What do you say?
Yeah, I believe you get to a certain people get to a certain stature, and like you said, a certain income level or power level, and they make decisions that a normal person wouldn't make.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can, and they're pacified along the way.
Absolutely. It's called the Nino Brown syndrome.
Yeah, and that doesn't justify it, but
Nino Brown.
Brown, he canceled that. I get another.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You remember that thing?
Thanks for the education and
Yeah, man.
the revisionist history there. I forgot there. Thank you. That's
revisionist history. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, with the champagne too, the cancel, right? You got to add that in. Okay,
Yeah.
got
Give
it.
me a new one. He said.
Thank you, John. Yeah,
Mhm.
appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's not a lot to say about Nick, man. He
I don't like him. I mean, personally, I don't like him. Like ever since he was like he just come across as that dude. Like he's fake. Like I don't believe anything that he's about. Like he's not that. I don't think that he's that guy that people want to believe he is on America's or used to be on America's Got Talent. Like, oh my God, it's fun loving Nick Cannon. Like, no, he's a dirty scumbag dude. You can tell him that JD from Jump Off Live said so, and I dare you to say something back.
Wow. Shots fired. What a shot. You got gunshots, Dave?
Oh,
I thought you cursed. He said buck. Okay.
Yeah.
With a B.
Yeah. Brandy said having that bag shouldn't determine your integrity level.
Well, Brandy.
Right. I hear you. But
ask Trump.
right.
He got a negative bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people trade values for that bag. We see it all the time.
Money over morals. Money over morals.
Come on. Here, I give you all of my integrity for that bag right
there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
Now let's just be honest here. If you guys had that bag too, y'all might get a little, maybe 1% of that little.
I don't see myself being like that, especially
not to that level. But I'm saying,
right?
When
of course.
level of power, you're gonna wield that power. With Nick, hey, I can bag these two ladies at the same time. We may do other things when you get that power. Everybody's different, but when you get it, you'll be surprised what people do with it.
I mean, if you're not securing yourself, yeah. But if you're securing yourself and how you feel about yourself, I don't think you have to change anything, regardless of how much money you got in your bank account.
Yeah, money. They say money doesn't change people; it only reveals who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you are you was who you was when you got here. So like, you know what I'm saying? I believe if you were a scumbag, then you're gonna be that, with money or without money. But I don't know. Well, we all have our faults, but man, like it's levels to it, and wow.
Tito, not having that bag will have you at the bus stop with a bag in your hand.
Yeah, the bag definitely entitles people to do certain things, and they get certain passes. So that's the world we live in. That'll never change. So, well, let this be a lesson learned, folks, and just try to do the very best that you can. And when you make mistakes, try to pick yourself up and try to learn from them. Hopefully Nick has learned from this.
Yeah, don't knock up your living girlfriend while banging your ex at the same time, or don't knock them both at the same time. How about that? That's a lesson.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Hey, real quick.
Because we'll go ahead and get on up out of here.
In the words of John Coffey, it happens all around the world. That's just the way it is. It happens.
Oh man, well thank you all for tuning in to another episode. Be sure to follow us on social media by searching for Jump Off Live. And we'll see you next week, man. Peace and love. Jump off.